spawn, you know, at my earliest convenience. Okay, I'm gonna take a look. Well, we're gonna take a look. We're gonna take a trip to China again, and we're gonna take a look at, two Bagua practitioners free spawn. Now, in my opinion, they could have did a few different type of tactics they could have executed as they would spawn. You just don't circle walk around your opponent. I mean, that depends on who, because everybody's different who you fight. And if you're fighting somebody that's more skillful than you, you're gonna have to change up your tactics. But I'll discuss that later. But let's just take a look at, this fight. Thanks. Bagua is a great style, but in my opinion, you can't just use it trying to circle walk around someone in a choreographed manner or a fixed, set way. Because after a while, that means you're telegraphing normally, lightly, to get knocked out if your opponent knows your next step. So I got a special guest here, Seafood Woody Curly Jr. here. We on the rooftop, as you see, we always train. Yeah, so what do you think? Do you think that, like in the clip when the guys were just fighting, do you think that is realistic to just constantly keep circling like that and you know, actually using Bagua, even though we train the art, circle walking, but in an actual combat situation, do you think it's realistic to do that?
The mistake most people make is thinking that the circle is stationary. The circle is moving and there's multiple circles. So usually when you're doing your toe in and toe out footwork, you're changing the size of your ankle. You're really walking on a giant spiral that you can go in and out of at any given time. So you're changing your position, but you're supposed to step in a way where the opponent doesn't really detect the direction you're going to move next, and then you suddenly can turn and shift your balance around while keeping your guard up, which the other guy waving his hand. I don't know what that was all about.
Oh, he's talking about the first fight. Like in the first fight, the first clip I posted up on the analyst of baguazhang in combat, you can't be trying to walk around your opponent.
Yeah, you're imbalanced. You're walking with one hand dangling. That's not even balanced for any kind of position. When you're fighting, you engage both arms. But the Bagua, actually, most people, or in most fighting in general, I see a lot of opponents stand too far away. In fighting, in real fighting, you can't be afraid of getting hit. You got to get in close and try to finish as fast as possible. And it depends on who you're fighting, how possible that's going to be. But while you're there, you still have to be having a good defense and offense going constantly at all times. So in Bagua, every time you take a step, your hands are constantly moving. There's a function for every step. Every time you make a move, you're attacking or defending, if he happens to be attacking.
But the whole thing with people really explaining is you have to get in close. You can't be from a far distance. A lot of people have a misconception thinking that baguazhang means you fight from the outside.
Oh, no.
I mean, you gotta see, a lot of people have this terminology because we're from the West, so a lot of people, when they think of fighting, they think of boxing concepts. They think of, oh, well, I gotta keep my distance. You know what I'm saying? So they end up fighting using they wushu, like Western boxing or kickboxing, because those are different tactics, those are different techniques that are being applied. Baguas are supposed to be an art. And this is what Rudy's saying. So when you see him turning his hands and moving, doing this, all this is hit. As soon as you touch, you should be this close to your opponent.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? You're that close. You're not trying to stay away from your opponent. And while you're not going to stay from this distance or from here,
yeah, the further out you are,
the harder it's going to be for you to get in.
Yeah, and you accelerate too fast, you lose your own rhythm.
Like I said, this is not the gospel. Although we claim to say that we are the all-knowing. The bottom line, this is from experience. When you're fighting somebody, we're not gonna be here. Rudy's gonna take his guard stand, I'm gonna take my guard stand, and we're gonna be doing this and say, okay, Rudy, I'm from the school of the Ching style. You know what I'm saying?
God.
We're not gonna fight like that, man. And this is the United States of America, man. And in the state where it happened to be in an urban community, as you can see, on top of a rooftop, and you will get eaten alive. As you can see over there, my friend up on top, I see him every day. Look at him. He's taking a pigeon apart. Do you want to be taken apart like that in a fight? I don't think you want to be taken apart like that in a fight.
And they got to remember that, well, at one time, as martial arts were a lot more serious, Bagua was utilized by the Imperial Guard during the transition of the government. And that is means that they work for the army and the military, so this stuff works. You just have to learn how to use it correctly, and it doesn't work from a distance. You got to get in, finish quick, elbows, knees, palms, whatever it takes.
It's not sport orientation. That's one thing you always got to remember. We're not saying this to make no excuse, because it's not a sport. I mean, you can't do these type of techniques. Get close. This is what we mean by bridging. That's, see, you got to bridge. A lot of people don't understand this concept, but it's bridging. The concept is the bridge. Now we go to the technique. So concept and technique go hand in hand, man. You can't say I have technique but don't understand concepts. So concept means bridge stick. Now I can either lead or I can follow. It all depends on you. And at the end of the day, it's all about change. One, two. You know what I'm doing this? Down. Step up. And control. Alright? So, yeah, same speed so you can see what I'm doing. One, really easy. Raise the eye. Two, come this way. Wait. And control. Okay? Slow it up again. Make sure you keep this hand coming. Okay? This hand's gonna come across this way. Down. Keep control. Straight to the nitty gritty. Good. You want to step this way. Like that. This hand, check that out. I can have control when you got that on. See? There you go. That's what I want.
I thought you wanted to rock the wrist of the elbow. Because you didn't come on.
No, I guess you can keep going. One, got some money, man? Got some money, I need transport. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you remember I'm showing you this. So, I make step one. Come around. Like that. Sometimes these quick ways, everything has this one. This one won't go through. So we go. That's how we're doing it. That's right.
I know. No. I'll get you.
Good. Yeah, it's good. Good. Perfect. That's it. Now you remember. That's why I showed you this stuff. Good. Do it again. Good. See, don't keep your hands up like this too much. Keep your hands here. See? Alright? Keep your hands up. Not too much this way. This way. Yeah. Go. Stick in. Go. Keep going. So you almost had it. Do it again. Go. Don't stop. Good. And if they come in hard, bring them to move the screw. See? Do it again, James. You left your face over. Me, I will. We'll do both sides. Make sure you're even on both sides. Look at that step. Yeah, so you do that. Don't make it high do. So he's in the surface. So see? There you go, see? Yeah, see? No, you
Feel the difference? Real fight, just try to be. So when you're throwing it down, make sure you're staying close to it.
It's really, wow, you see this posture? Yeah, so you don't really have to really lock. Because once I got this hand is just to keep it at bay. When I drop my knee into his neck, was close. That's the whole idea. I don't have to put no chin on, nothing on you. I drop my knee and hold my body weight going on you. So right.